It's Ben in Wheatland, Ben the Libertarian. How you doing, Ben?
Doing well.
You're unbanned.
Well, you got through Dominic.
I didn't take him that seriously. I just thought it was funny. Yesterday, you guys were talking about, what should we do? Should we be holding rallies, all that kind of stuff.
Changing outrage into action, exactly.
Yeah. As you guys might know, I'm an activist. I believe that good men do something. They don't just sit around and complain.
Although I do enjoy that. It's kind of a hobby of mine.
It's fun. I did it for years. But what I would like to say is if you can't do anything in California, it's a lost cause. California is like a beautiful cruise ship, and not one filling with poo, but a beautiful cruise ship that's taken on a little water, and there's some of us who are like, hey, guys, it's taking on water. Let's turn off the casino and the video games and turn on the pump to pump the water out. And people are like, no, let's not do it. And so it gets worse, and then you say, hey, no, seriously, we need to shut stuff off and work to bail out the boat. And they think, no, let's just shoot a hole in the bottom of the boat and let it drain out. At some point, you need to abandon ship.
So
you're moving out of the state or what?
I'm out. Me and my family, we're moving out.
My plan, unless the politics turn around, I hope my career has got many more years in it, but my plan, unless the politics turn around, I'll be out within a week of being done. Why would I stay here and pay all these bills?
Well,
why would I do that?
I tell you what, we can overcome any problems technologically in terms of moving. But Ben, you as a guy who has demonstrated, you've actually gotten arrested, you went to trial when you could have easily just come up with a fairly comfortable out-of-court plead out, blah, blah, blah. You went to a hell of a lot of trouble to stand on principle, and you're saying a lost cause when you see it in California is one.
Yeah, I mean, stand on your principles. Don't just, whatever, but don't waste your time bashing your head up against a brick wall. Now, look, lots of people lived very well, good lives during the Depression. Not everybody's lives suck. So I'm not saying everybody's life is going to suck in California. Some people will have nice lives.
Yeah, if you're in the government.
Yeah, but at some point, leave a burning building. Let it burn down. Just leave.
Yeah, especially if they're burning up a huge chunk of your paycheck, the highest in America. Yeah, interesting, Ben. So are you guys, you're pretty serious about the whole New Hampshire Free State project?
I've never been more serious about anything in my whole life.
What's the timetable, brother?
I'm hoping within the next year or two.
Can I visit you?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, I'll come by.
It's a tiny little state.
I always do.
Have you actually been there? It's a tiny little state.
Actually, I've never lived in New Hampshire, but me and my family, one of my dad's first stations was in Loring Air Force Base at the very tippy top of Maine.
When I was driving around the Northeast, I was trying to stop in all the states and look around and do some stuff, and I was going to stop in New Hampshire, but I had to pee, so I was going to wait till the next rest stop. I was out of the state by the time I got to the next place to pee.
The too small to urinate in state.
That's among one of the many reasons to move to New Hampshire. I mean, if you move to some place like Wyoming, where I know a lot of other people have moved to, trying to concentrate activists and going to the state capital, it's harder because you're so far away.
Sure, tiny state. It is.
You're in New Hampshire, you're no more than 2 hours away from the state capital.
Yeah, wow, it is a cute little state, isn't it? I'm looking at a map right now.
Well, keep us updated on that, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Live free or hang up.
One interesting thing I always get when I'm reading the old-timey Founding Fathers stuff, how tiny the populations were back at that time. And that's one of the reasons it was, possible to do some of the activism that they were doing. Activism as in creating a new democracy.
I'd say that's hey, I tell you what, let's take on the greatest military power on earth and fight them to the death. But that's activism.
That aside, but the Constitutional Convention also. A lot of these sounds Philadelphia. I don't remember the actual population, but Philadelphia is a town of like 60,000 people at the time or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's a small town, people getting together and voicing their opinion.
Well, maybe that's striking.
Maybe it just doesn't work that well when you got a state as large as California with 37 million people.
Roseville is 100 and some thousand. Elk Grove is over 100,000 people, or at least it was before the real estate took a dump. Yeah, that's extraordinary.
And that was the big town they went to. All the little towns they lived in, where they had to have their own little get-togethers to decide what they wanted to do. You could actually, I'm using literally correctly. You could literally, in one day, talk to all the people you needed to talk to and say, hey, let's have a meeting Friday night and discuss this.
1.3 million peeps living there.
Where? New Hampshire?
New Hampshire.
The whole state.
Yeah, 1.3 million peeps. It's 42nd in population.